Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are listening to me from. There is this message I want to pass, most especially to my fellow engineers and others who are into construction, those who are in construction industry, the architects, the builders, the contractors, the engineers. What is this? There is this type of client I want you to avoid. Most of us might have come across such clients. Most of us might not haven't come across them. But I'm only trying to tell you this so that when you come across such clients, you don't need to waste your time with them. Who are these clients? I'll use a typical example of an experience I had sometimes 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. And there was this client who called me. An engineer built the house for him. The young man that built the house for him was a builder. You know, the guy is a builder rather. He's a builder. He studied building technology. You know, so the guy built the house to concrete facial level. Then the house started cracking. The house was faulty. It started cracking. You know, and some of the slabs deflated. So he called me and asked me to go and check on the house and tell him what it would take to amend the building. It's a duplex, it's a story building. Then, having gone there and walk around the building, I saw a lot of defects, cracks, you know, deflections, because that we are horizontal cracks, which simply signifies that the slabs and the beams that they deflated, and there were also vertical cracks, you know. So now I told the young man that the guy that the engineer and the builder rather that built this house, I know him, that I will not do the job. Rather, I will provide solutions to them. I will tell them what to do, and he should consult the guy or call the guy so that the guy will do that. You know. So they did that. They implemented what I asked them to do before roofing the house. So when the building was ready to be roofed, he called me and asked that I should go and roof the house for him. And I should take the work as a contract, buy the wood, buy the aluminium and the rest. So he started asking me the aluminium, what gauge am I going to use? I told him, look at the gauge I'm going to use, 0.45 mm met copper, aluminium. So I elaborated in fact, I I told him the secret in an aluminium work. Do you understand? I told him everything, and I gave him my own bill that this is what I will use to do the work. So at the end, he used another person. So after some time, like after a year plus or thereabout, that was around the year 2022 or thereabout. I was in Enugu then. I had a project I was executing in Enugu then. So he called me that he wanted to start a project, really, that he would like me, since that one didn't work, he would like me to do the job for him now. I said, okay, no problem. He said it's a story building. I said, okay, forward that he has done the drawing already. I said, okay, no problem. That he should forward the drawings to me. He did. And I quantified the materials. And I told him the amount I will use to do the job. So at the end, the young man started asking me, engineer, please, the what type, the rod we are going to use, how many bars will be in one column? What are you going to the leg? What are you going? How many inches are you going to bend the leg? Then the basket. What will be the length of the basket? How many pieces am I going to use in the basket? Then the foundation. What will be the depth of the foundation? Is a story building, or one bedroom flat, you know. The column base. What will be the dimension of the column base? Then the chipping. What will be my mix ratio for the concrete? These are the questions he was asking me. I said, this guy has come again. You know, this young man has come again. Look at the questions you're asking me. These questions he was asking me uh, wasn't what I expected him to ask me. I expected him to ask me, Engineer, please, what type of shipping should I provide? Is it 1 inch, 3/4, half inch, or 3/8? Then sand, what type of sand? What quantities, and the rest. Already I've done the estimate for him, I forwarded to him. You know, so even all these things, I explained all these things in the bill of quantity for him. You understand the type of shipping, the sizes he will get, the sand, type of sand, laterite, and the rest, the bars, the dimension of the bars he will get from me. These are questions I think he will be asking, but not asking me what will be the depth of my foundation, what will be the dimension of my column base, how many bars am I going to have in the column, the bend leg, the column leg, what will be the what will be the length, what will be my mix ratio. So when you come across a client asking you all these questions, my dear, know that work is not for you. He's only trying to get information from you, then go and use somebody whom he thinks he can use, or who he thinks that that will collect a cheaper amount from him to do the job. You know. So after this series of questions, I told him, look at the amount I'll do the job. And I zeroed my mind from that work because I know for asking this question, which I didn't even answer him, because I didn't even answer him all these questions, you know. So he went ahead and started the project with someone else, you know. So after some time, after about a year plus, he used one of I think he called one of his brothers. That's that the guy is close to me. I even built a house for him of recent. I mean that his brother, though not from his village, not his blood brother, just from his village. He called that guy that the guy should call me and tell me to go and that his job, the people he gave his job, they abandoned his work and ran away with his money. That I should go and check the job and tell him how much he used to I used to do the job. I told his brother, who is also my client, I built a house recently. I told him that you should tell him to call me. Then he'll be in better position to tell me the condition of the project and what really transpired between him and the engineer that handled the project. So he called me and gave me the address to the site. I went there. Lo and behold, they just did the foundation. The blinding, they have not even done 1/4 of the blinding. The column installation, they just installed few columns. I don't know the pattern they have not finished blinding. You have started installing columns. They have not even finished excavating the column, base. They have not. I just so he told me that he gave the guy money. The guy ran away with his money. That I should go and check the stage there and tell him how much I will use to finish the job to take him, because that was the level I agreed with him then. Then I went there and I called him that look at the stage of the work. I believe because I have somebody who is on ground, who is kind of a site manager who is looking after the project. I told him that amount I told you last year that I used to do that project, I will still collect that same amount, because these people have done what they have done is uh, it's not significant, you know, that I will still use the same amount and do that project. He said, really? I said, yes. Because this is the only way to follow such clients. That things that maybe they know it all, or they can use anybody they see. I told him that I will still collect that amount. That's the amount is what I was collect. He said, really? That okay, that if you check and get back to him. I told him bye bye. What I told him bye bye, because I know that he will not get back on me. I said bye bye. You know. And I learned that somebody told me that he had managed to bring the building. I don't know whether he hired another person that they have managed to bring it to DPC level. I don't know how. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: when you come across such clients, my dear, don't waste your time with them. They're only trying to get information from you, and you someone else who they think they can control, or who they think they can give a peanut to do the job for them. Don't waste your time for such client. Never you waste your time. If they want to come into the construction industry, or if they want to learn work, tell me, I will teach you work. I will tell you how much you will pay me, and I will teach you. Because I spent 5 years in university, even out of university, because most of the things, majority of the things you will do, you learn these things, you learn them in the field, not even in this classroom. You learn them in the field. So if somebody those are in school now, maybe thinking that yeah, school is very important. School is the foundation. School will give you the rudiments of what you want, but you have to go out in the field. You must visit sites, engage in site visit. That will help, to nurture someone. Mostly all these undergraduates now, it will help to nurture. Because while I was schooling, I was going to work I work with engineers. Do you understand? Because how sometimes what you see in the field is sometimes it's entirely different from most of the things we are being taught in the classroom. Yes, that's the theory, that's the basis. But sometimes when you go to the site, you might encounter some certain things. Do you understand? Uh, so it's advisable you visit the site. So, in a nutshell, when you come across, because I know that some of us might have come across such clients, then if you have not come across them, if you come across such clients, my dear, don't waste your time with them, because they will just get the fat from you and use someone else. Have a nice day.